Okay. Well, my name is Joanna Arnaiz. I'm a graphic and web designer, and I work as lead product designer at Clockwork and also as instructor and consultant of UX design at Jigso. I have more than 15 years of experience in the industry. I really define myself as a versatile designer because I work on a variety of different products through my life. And also I am a teacher and as well a co-creator of this course that it's meant basically to help testers and development teams to get more involved in user experience and in user testing in general.
So, first of all, what does UX stand for?
Well, UX stands for user experience, and it's the overall experience of a person using a product or a software. Anytime you interact with a product or a service, there you have user experience. So.
Okay, so, and what is the difference between UX and UI?
Well, as I was saying, UX is user experience and UI is user interface, so they're very different. In a way, we could say that user interface is part of the user experience because the user interface is the display or what you interact with a product or service is like the visible part. So it's part of the user experience.
Okay, and how does UX help the development of software?
The role of a designer on a development process is to ensure that a product or service is usable, is useful, is enjoyable, is understandable, and this, of course, accessible. So this gives a lot of value to the development process because we need to ensure all of those things that are vital for anyone that is using a product or a service. A user persona is like a fictional character that is based on research. You research your customers and you get like information about their demographic, about their psychological information. And with all of that, you create this fictional character and you use it in order to design and to have a better idea of how that user will perceive and use the product.
For you, what do you think is the basic UX toolkit?
Well, in terms of tools, I'm a huge fan of paper, of pen and paper. That I love having like a notebook around and have something to draw and to write maybe like keywords or something just to organize my thoughts. I'm also a huge fan of Miro, that it's a tool that creates like different boards. I create boards for everything like from retros to research and also I don't know for doing wireframes. So I love Miro. And the other tool as a designer that I use is Figma. So there in Figma I create like also wireframes and mockups and everything.
Do you think there's any basics that like you should start from there?
It's true that, for example, when you are starting to a design, for example, when you are starting to design something that will be final and you will be delivering that to developers, it's always important to start like mobile first. So when you start designing something, so it's always when this thing it's going to be responsive and you will have it like in I don't know, a variety of devices and a notebook and on a tablet. It's always recommended to start like mobile first and then go with the other bigger devices because you start thinking about the minimum thing and then you start getting like bigger. So that's a good recommendation.
What is the most heated debate about UX?
Well, that's a very, very interesting question. Since this discipline is like very, very new, I would say that we are constantly learning about new things. But if you ask me, which is the most discussed topic, I will say ethics on design, because we need like to be like very aware that users, when they use our product, they are expecting to be like very, very easy, and they give us like a lot of information when they are using and interacting with that product. And we need like to be very, very careful with and responsible with that information and those interactions, because it is like very personal and sensitive information about the user. So as UX professionals, we have like a very good, I'm sorry, a very big responsibility there. So we need to be aware that if we use that information in like not in a good way, we will break the trust and the loyalty that those users have with our brand, and that will be not the greatest thing. So I believe that ethics is one of the most discussed and important things on UX designs currently.
So I will ask you this, which is, in your opinion, does UX have a future? And I'm asking this because based on the searches of a lot of people, they ask Google if UX will be automatized or if UX will be replaced by AI.
Actually, that's also a very good question. So a bit philosophical, but I believe that it does. I believe that it does because as UX is something that needs like the human touch. I believe that we will always need humans. It's something, UX is based in empathy, and that's something that it's only provided by a person. So I don't imagine AIs, I don't know, replacing designers, because you need creativity, you need innovation, you need so much things that are within humanity. So I believe that we will still be there.
Biggest advantage of taking this course and not other in the market?
Okay. I think that one of the greatest advantages of taking this course is that it was created by UX professionals, and it was not meant for other designers, but for people that are just starting or that are working on a development team and want to have strategies to be more involved in user experience. So I feel that with this course, it will help them to get more techniques to analyze and to test different ideas through the different moments of the development process.
Okay, and I think by answering that, you already answered this, but but I'll ask you anyways. So,
Okay.
who isn't this course for?
This course is not for UX experts. It's mostly for a person who participates on the development process or on a product team and wants to know more about user experience or wants to get involved in user testing. So it's not for people that already have knowledge. It's for someone that is learning about it.